out there.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
It's going to be your second.
The Wolverines ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers offense will go to work first.
Yay!
Lewis to throw. There's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense has put the college football world on notice.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out they're down 7-3 as they open this drive. To the air, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jason.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Going to run it. It's Daniels. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. First and goal for the offense. Quarterback keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Bringing the heat. Keeps the play going. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Daniels. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. Now, as a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Fitted in the window for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
17, LSU, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Might be changing the route. Lewis wants to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct.
Oh, he's got some space. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Across the 35. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open, or if you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Takes it the other way. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Lewis to throw. Quickly complete. There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
28, Michigan, 17.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're
Running wide open down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Michigan 24.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's got it out. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's 4. He works his way in.
That's only because she brought him down to me.
29 and picks up a first down.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators called drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense.
No.
Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Complete downfield. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's caught. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Reeves. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Now on the option. Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes.
They catch everything, bro.
First half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush.
Frustrating part, they catch every fucking thing.
Because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
To throw, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking to throw on third. Finds a man on the left. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. With the run on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lewis wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Got his man quickly. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Reeves. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll run the sneak for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside for defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Breaks it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown LSU. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Running back searching for a hole. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the
They
quick
catch
game.
everything.
That'll
I
be
can't even
enough.
dislodge it.
Down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll line up to go for 2.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Nowhere close on that one as he got
You're done with football.
trying to deliver the football.
So you're done with football.
From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Clark. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Across the 45. Turning on the Jets. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Finds his man down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Underwood. Caught over the middle. It's short. Turning it on.
Yeah.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Using his legs, it's Daniels. Got some room to run. He's on the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
So here comes the Michigan offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. But a little time, lets it go. Got his man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
To the air, it's Underwood. Fires drives it beautifully in on the crosser. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
It's complete to the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's not down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
That leaves him with a tough fourth down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game, but I think you stay aggressive here.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Wolverines. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Lewis wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snatches it on the right. Finds some room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Grab near the marker, it's Reeves. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen. When they get beat, you're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And he pulls it again. He's been doing it time and time again. This defense has not changed up enough the picture, the look, to make it harder for this QB to make different decisions or make difficult ones.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And the stomping has commenced.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boston College stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Chestnut Hill. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Underwood. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On fourth down, they're taken to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Gets fast. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Go straight ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team has shown early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Escapes trouble. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense gets it done this time, perhaps taking away a little of that bravado that this quarterback has shown running the ball.
And when you see it, you kind of get accustomed to it. You get used to the speed. You get used to the option and what you want to do to try to defend it and how to mix up the looks. Nice job mixing it.
Looking to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue helmets on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing. Jimmy's and the Jones, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down to not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.